Welcome to Dave's Cooking Show, and for you today, we have some pizzas. But first, we got to get the two standard videos out of the way, and that's the dough and making the sauce. My dough, I'm going to use beer as the liquid. You can use water if you wish. But I'm using an inbound Pilsner called Laser Loon. It's from a local brewery here in Minnesota. All right, next up. Alrighty, as you can see in my mixing bowl, I have 5 cups of flour. You can either use bread flour or all-purpose flour, doesn't really matter. I will say bread flour does a little bit better of a job. Then you want to add 1 pack of instant yeast. And then you want to add a teaspoon and a half of salt and a tablespoon of olive oil. Then you want to pour approximately 2 1/4 cups of cold beer, get the dough hook attachment on, hit the lowest possible speed setting, and knead for 9 minutes. Okay. Now, we're making the devil's slice, and for this, I am actually going to have to make some spicy beef. So, here's how we make our spicy beef for this pizza. 4 teaspoons of chili powder. Or if you want it a little hotter, maybe throw in a teaspoon of cayenne or maybe some extra chili powder. And then we want to add a teaspoon of paprika, followed by a teaspoon of sugar. Then you want about a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, along with a teaspoon of ground cumin, a 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, and salt and pepper to taste. And then mix this around and allow everything to blend and get happy with one another. Once it's done cooking, drain the excess grease and place in a bowl and set aside until we're ready to make our pizza. All right, for this pizza, we are not going to be using the standard pizza sauce. Instead, we're going to be using some buffalo sauce. I just picked Frank's buffalo sauce. So you want to give this a good little swirl around our pizza. And again, even though it's buffalo sauce, I still like extra sauce on my pie. Okay, first thing we do, add a little layer of hot Italian sausage. Follow that up with a little layer of pepperonis. Some of that spicy ground beef we made up. A nice little liberal layer of pickled jalapeno peppers. And finally, a layer of cheese. This is basically the standard taco blend you can pick up at any supermarket. And then pop this into a 550-degree oven for 8 to 10 minutes, or until the cheese is nice and melted and the edges are golden brown. All right, and through the magic of cooking show editing, you should be looking at something a little bit like this. So that is the devil's slice. Done.